pick it up, to be honest. Come on. Tap something in the chat for me. Alright, so let's do some racing. All that I think is pretty much figured out. We'll get the stream started properly in a second, guys. I'm just uploading some logos for my teammates quickly. And then we'll get some racing done. Not sure what to do, so if you've got any ideas in chat, let me know. Sport mode, mission challenges, circuit experience. I'm up to do pretty much anything, so the sport mode selection state isn't too great. I've not done any Nations Cup or Manufacturer Series this time around. In fact, probably not since Season 2, so not really too invested in that. Just having a quick contract with these guys, see what their obviously what the Manufacturers Cup races off tonight. If it's decent, we'll do that. If not, we'll probably do some sport mode, maybe some mission challenges. Excuse me. Hey Christoph, how you doing? Thanks, Freddie. Appreciate it, dude. I think we'll do some mission challenge for now. Get some of these done and out of the way because I still need to complete them. So we'll get these done. So I'm definitely open to doing some sport mode. It's just the combinations today aren't really too great. Like, I don't really fancy driving that Fittipaldi thing around Yamagiwa. I guess we could do the Skyline at Tokyo. It's kind of a cool kind of combination. Group 3 at Suzuka. I don't know. It's just basically going to be the Porsche at Suzuka. Yeah, nice one, Sam. It came out of absolutely nowhere. Just for those of you that have joined me very recently, in October, basically I had 32 subs, and now I've got over 1,000, with a bit of help from Super GT, of course, but absolutely mental. Do not believe. I still fire it up every now and then, just look at my channel and just like, yep, still there. Not woken up yet. What are we driving? Tomahawk. Right, it's going to be maximum rustiness here, guys, because I'm literally fresh on this today. Through, or him. Love a good single line AI. It's hours. You really do it in the gear at this point. I think I've probably driven this track on this game a grand total of 3 times, maybe 4, for being completely generous. Not a massive oval fan. Particularly when, like, I would appreciate ovals in the game and probably use them a bit more if there were actually cars designed for ovals in the game. NASCARs, you know, Indy cars, whatever. Do not mind, but yeah, not really a massive oval fan. Let's see what this is. Let's have a quick look at this. Oh, one of these. Okay. Cool. It didn't fancy that corner one bit. I cannot drive stock cars in this game. It's so odd. Like, I'm turning, nothing's happening. Tag onto the back of that layer on for a bit. Can't figure out whether keeping it in fifth would have been better or not. Either way, that's that one in the bag. Hi Shane. Game Buddy, design-wise, do you mean in-game? Where can I find them? What are they tagged as? If I can find them, I'll take a look for sure. What have you painted? What's going on with this? Oh Jesus. I've done the wrong thing. So my playseat's basically just moved as I was doing that one. And I've undone one of the things. Keeps moving. Because I've undone the wrong lock. I reckon you can go quicker than that if you keep it in fifth gear, potentially. Get a better run out of that last corner. But we're not going to dawdle on that one. Let's see what this is. M400 race 2 laps at Dragon Trail in a garage car. I don't think I have a garage car. Maybe the KTM Crossbow, but really not a massive you know what, I feel like if I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, then you guys aren't going to enjoy watching, so we're going to do some sport mode. Let's do it that way rather than grind through that, because it is a bit of a grind and I really can't be bothered. Let's see what the manufacturer series is today. Mount Panorama Group 4, interesting. That's piqued my my interest a little bit. Event date, so basically I've got half an hour to practice if I do want to do that. Oh no, hang on. 30th. Oh my god. I thought it was the 29th. So basically manufacturer series is the same as the sport mode Group 3 race anyway, so you're just limited to what car you can drive. Okay. I don't know what to drive. Right guys, whoever's watching, 30 seconds, what are we driving? Shane, it's definitely worth it, mate. If you've got a PlayStation, definitely worth it. If you've got a PlayStation with a wheel, even better. Okay, we've got 2 votes for Group 2 already. Looks like Group 3. It is. Right, let's see what's fast. Let's see what we can do. 911, 650S in there. Basically completely dominated by the 911. We're not going to do that. We don't want to be boring. Let's try and get something up at the sharp end. Let's see. Let's see. Just bear in mind there's tyre wear and fuel consumption as well. Extremely tempted by the Mustang. I really don't know what to drive. 458 is nice as well. Not driven the GTR in absolutely ages. Viper. But we're going to go completely left field and get an LCZ. So what we can do, we'll see what we can do in a couple of cars, and then from there we'll decide what we're going to drive. Like, even though I've had this game since October, there's a load of car and track combinations that I have absolutely never touched. Suzuka and Group 3 being one of them. So we'll see how well this goes. Nice one, Dan. Really appreciate the graphics, mate. Stream is looking super hot, as you can tell. Put some cones on while we're learning this. Gives us a bit of a reference. Leave the brake balance for now. If anyone's got any suggestions for a decent brake balance from an RCZ, far away. On the grass already, good start. To the apex, and that one, might as well order 2 Ubers while we're here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. If you've not seen that video on YouTube, definitely go and have it. It's hilarious. There's a guy doing a burger review in his car, and it is hilarious. So I was pushing on a little bit on the braking, so we'll try a bit of a shift brake bias. Just ever so slightly. Understeering this car is absolutely crazy. Doesn't seem to bite like other Group 3 cars. I don't know if that's just me and I've just driven that Tomahawk, or even through there, it just pointing at the corner. It does not fancy it one bit. Absolutely no rhythm through that first Estes section so far. First Degner, I'm braking too early. We're probably going to take a good 10-15 laps to learn this track. Aye, nice touch on the grass. No! Vitaly Petrov jump. Was it Petrov that went off in Malaysia? I can't even remember. All I know is he got some serious air. Alright, 2 seconds guys, completely lost stream chat, my phone's just gone black screen. Yes, David. My G. Oh, come on. It's a lap down the drain. still nowhere near to figuring out these first S's. The RCZ does not seem nice through them. I don't know if that's a Group 3 trait or if it's just this car, or... but I'm getting absolute bucketfuls of understeer. Poor exit, which is going to compromise the start of us next lap a little bit, but it's all good, not much time, so... Those cones there anyway. The one time I actually get the decent, half decent run out of spin curve, it doesn't matter one bit. This car will definitely get somewhere close to the times we need. I mean, if my memory is half decent, it was a 58, I think, that was first at the moment. This car will do a 59 for sure. Can make it work. Well, one concern for this car is it understeers enough when it's got fresh tyres. What's it going to do with the I think it's 7 times tyre wear? Still trying to figure out what I can and can't get away with in that chicane as well. I'll quickly pause it a second, guys. What do you mean by a GT lesson? What would you like to know? Far away. Ask anything. If you're looking for tips on particular circuits, there are a few videos on my channel where I've tackled certain circuits in circuit experience mode. They might help. If there's a certain circuit you're after, then let me know and I can see if I can make it happen. Understeer. Wow. Alright, let's retry. This RCZ is actually pretty fun once you get used to it, and you can kind of learn to appreciate the fact that it is 100% going to understeer on you in every single corner ever. It's not so bad. Late on the brakes, it's not going to come back. Tried being a little bit braver into turn one, did not work. I don't know about a sexual voice. Derby accent. I can do a lesson on Maggiore, yeah, there's no problem with that. I'll save that for a video though. Maggiore is one of my favourite circuits, so I'll do a circuit experience vid on it in the next couple of weeks for you. No. There's definitely more than one set of skid marks back there. Black ones and brown ones. Definitely neglected Suzuka on this game so far. Probably my weakest circuit, just because I've probably done a grand total of about 20 laps around here. So I'm kind of just relying on knowledge from other games or Formula 1 races that I've seen in the past. So. Probably broke a bit early for the chicane. I was just trying to maximise the exit, but I didn't really need to shave off that much speed really. Starting to get a rhythm through this first sector now, starting to pick up some speed, which is nice. Didn't really feel comfortable through there to begin with. Just need to nail these Degners now. Still not maximising that outside through Degner 1. Just don't really dare get on the power. Very odd sensation. The hairpin can definitely be better too, but it just feels like full lock through there is never enough. A little bit of traction control kicking in there, killed my run down the straight a little bit. Remember, we've got time to make up in this chicane, so still potential in this one. Oh, if I get away with a penalty there, I'll be very surprised. Right, we're nailing these Degnas this time, guys. It's happening. It's better, we'll take it. I think the fact that we got Degna 1 pretty much bob on kind of ruined Degna 2 a bit. So really account for the extra speed we were carrying through there. Oh, just trying too hard. It's what kind of happens when you're looking for those last few tenths, you start looking in places where there's not really time to be found, so making mistakes. One thing I found really good about this game since I came over from Forza is that if you watch a like a top 10 replay or something like that, you can actually go into the live timing and see what their sectors are. Great way of kind of pinpointing where you are slow and where you do struggle, rather than kind of just aimlessly going around the track for laps searching for lost tenths that you're probably trying to find in the wrong places. So it's a pretty decent feature. Going to catch up on chat quickly because again my phone's gone off. If anyone has a decent way of looking at YouTube chat where you're actually streaming, Pull it. I am using a Logitech G29 mounted to a Playseat Evolution. That is what I have. In the future I will definitely do a wheel / pedal cam, so you guys can see exactly what's cracking off. As soon as I hit a 59 in this car, we're going to try something else. It's a personal battle at this point. God, that was terrible. Still somehow managed to pick up time. I've done the same thing again. No grip on the Astro. '59 is not a particularly difficult time to hit in this car, I don't feel. Not a difficult thing to achieve. It's just when you're driving like an idiot, it kind of makes things a bit more difficult than they need to be. Understeer central again. Just about managed to keep it off the grass. Those two Degners that I'm literally probably losing at the moment, about a second through there. The hairpin's not going well either. Now that I've had two scary moments through the through the spoon curves, I can't take them at all. You have that kind of like fear where, because you've completely ballsed up the last two laps, you have to be pedestrian kind of speeds. Oh my god, what is going on? That'll do. Styled it out. Calculated. Or not. Right. Let's go. So just try another notch on the brake balance. See how that. Ah, plenty of time left on the table there. Can't get those right at all of a sudden. Why? Jesus. No! That's definitely a penalty. That's definitely shit. All I want is a 59. That's all I want. No. That little bit of grass, it's got me like 3 or 4 times now. You're just trying to maximise the width of the track as much as you can, so you can actually carry some speed. You just end up taking liberties, and then Suzuki kills you. I think this is probably the most I've sweated a qualifying for a GT Sport race in forever. And it's not even in a car that matters. Pretty poor first sector. don't know what I was doing there. Just kind of like fondling the brake a little bit. Just see if something happened maybe. I've actually string together a first sector. I think when we hit the 59, it'll be a mid 59. It won't even be close. It's just a matter of actually driving semi-decently. Oh, for God's sake. God help me if actually getting a race. I'll be able to do 2 really fast laps and then just die a death probably. Before we actually attack this one, I'm just going to catch up with chat quickly. What are we saying? Happy holidays, Ben. I hope you've had a great one, dude. I'm just qualifying at the minute, Sandro. The RC Zed's alright, it just seems to understeer a bit. It's the first time I've driven it, to be fair. horrendous. Oh. Oh my god. Duh. Broke way too early for the chicane. Too much of a shallow angle at the hairpin there, which is going to cost us, I think, on the exit. Long run down to spoon, so you need the momentum. Also terrible. Way too early on the brakes again. Right. Let's do it. I don't know why this game wants to punish me so much. Oh man, come on! Alright, you know what? Man, that was rough. Right. I think people want to race, so we'll race. Right. It's 10 o'clock's the next one. So it doesn't open for another 6 minutes. So, trying to think. Oh, that's what I wanted that. We'll do a race in the Peugeot. We've invested that much time into it at this point that we might as well give it a go, see what it's like. Though I think with the 7 times tyre wear, the understeer is going to be quite an issue through an actual race. Clemens, the Group 4 balance should be a lot better since the patch. So before it was definitely a Megane / Scirocco and maybe a sprinkling of Audi TT for people that are feeling particularly fruity. But yeah, since the update, you can use quite a few different cars. The M4 seems probably the strongest, but there's a lot to choose from. You can definitely win with more than 2 cars, or more than 1 car even, which is more than can be said before the patch. I think the M4 is fast. The 4C is back up to a decent standard. The 458 is okay. The Mustang is a sleeper car. I was doing some testing the other day and the Mustang seems pretty decent. So there's definitely a lot more to choose for in Group 4 now. I'd probably say Group 4 as a balanced class is a bit better than Group 3 at this point. Really, in Group 3, whenever you come and look at the qualifying rankings, it's 911, 911, 911, 911, 911 all over the show. So I would say that's probably the next call that needs a bit of attention. It's kind of at the point with Group 3 now where it's where it was with the Beetle a few patches ago, where you kind of have to use it if you want to compete at the sharp end of a lobby. No matter really what your skill level, if someone of equal skill to you decides to want to use the 911, then you're putting yourself at a disadvantage straight away. So, but yeah, Group 4 is pretty decent now. I'd definitely recommend giving it a try. Kind of disappointed there's no Group 4 race today. I was looking forward, when I said I'd do a live stream yesterday, looking forward to actually doing some Group 4 racing. That is my favourite class. It's probably where I'm best. We can do a load of different cars in there, have a bit of fun, but no, Kaz says no today, apparently. Bad Kaz. Trolling everybody. It'd be interesting to see what that Fittipaldi car's like. I know I said I didn't want to drive it earlier, but every time I look at it I think, yeah, that looks pretty cool. Seems quite fast too. I mean, 25s is faster than Group 3 style, so. Plus it's got racing soft tyres on. Anyway, we'll wait for this to enter. I'm just going to nip quickly and get a drink. I'll be back in 2 minutes and then we'll enter the race, do a few more quick qualifying laps before we actually go for it. So back in a second, guys. I'll give it another go in a second, Harvey, don't worry. When we go back into the quali lobby, the pre-quali lobby, I'll get that 59, I'm not going to let it go. All right. Just wait for them to this. In fact, what we'll do, just quickly, while I've got 30 seconds, let's find a livery. Did that guy ever repost and say where his liveries were? Discover, isn't it? One of my favourite parts about GT Sport is this, you know, addition of the Discover page with the liveries, decals, things like that, skates photos even. Just so much creative content in the community. Very similar to, oh, hello. It's almost as if it wanted me to use this one. It's too coincidental for that to appear right on the front page. Yeah, I think someone asked in the chat as well a second ago, my tag is F4H_Rosso. Feel free to add me. I will be doing some open lobbies and streams in future, probably not tonight, because I've work tomorrow, but yeah, definitely in the future when I do live streams, I will be doing open lobbies. We'll do a variety of different stuff. So yeah, feel free to add me for sure. You can also find me on Twitter, F4H again _Rosso. I'm on there, and I'm on Twitch. But to be honest with you, I'll probably never ever stream on Twitch. So not a massive loss if you don't follow me on there, to be honest. Right. So now we look the part. We've just got to make sure we can actually perform the part, because without doubt we will pull in some pretty quick people into this lobby. Just trying to think strategically as well, what's going to be the best way forward. What we're going to get, what we're going to get, what we're going to get, what we're going to get. It's going to be rally car. No, it's not. Oh, it's another Toyota 86 to add to the collection. I think I've probably got one of them every colour at this point. My spins seem to be absolutely awful. See people on like Reddit and GT Planet and stuff pulling like Shelby Cobras and stuff in their spins, and there's me with the Toyota GT86, and I've got an absolute load of those bloody Daihatsu Vision GT concept things. I mean, yeah, they're cool, but not 20 of them. The worst thing is when you sell them, you don't get anything for them. Garen, you are not, mate. So that's lies and slander. Absolute lies. You aspire to be everything that I am. I have been doing YouTube since October, Clemens, so when this game came out, I started, as I've said a couple of times, 32 subs, and I've just been pumping out the content ever since. Basically, I played Forza before this for 10 years. Participated in things like the Forza Racing Championship and things like that. Did pretty well for myself on Forza, but Forza kind of became a game that I didn't really fancy playing anymore. A huge loss of features. I mean, since I started playing Forza, they've stripped away gifting, they've stripped away the share front and things like that. They've stripped away all of the esports features that they took ages to add from Forza 6 for Forza 7. Turn 10, in my opinion, at the moment are an absolute joke and do not deserve even half of the following that they have. So yeah, I came over to Gran Turismo to get my racing itch scratched over here, and I have not been disappointed at all, not one bit. Did not regret the decision at all. It's a fantastic game, better than I expected it to be with a wheel. I've played iRacing and Assetto Corsa in the past, and for kind of a game that doesn't pretend to be a sim in Gran Turismo, it's unbelievable on a wheel. So yeah, absolutely love it. And we'll be playing this for the foreseeable. Looking forward to when the FIA Nations and Manufacturers Cups start proper next year, and getting involved in those and seeing if the skills that I had in Forza transfer over, and see where I kind of shake out in that kind of side of things on here. And I know a few of my teammates will also be trying to handle that as well, which is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, since October, I guess, is the answer to the original question. I kind of went off on a bit of a tangent there. But yeah, GT Sport is everything I wanted it to be and everything I expected and hoped it would be. I mean, I know a lot of people have been disappointed with certain aspects of it. The lack of, cars, the lack of tracks is something I feel that hurts it more. But you know, when a developer turns around, basically a month after release, and releases a full expansion pack for free, I don't think there's anything to be worried about for the future of this game. I feel like Polyphony will support it. It'd be kind of like, I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Rainbow Six Siege, but Rainbow Six basically came out and it was a game that promised everything and delivered basically nothing. Like if you were getting the letter in the post, you'd get the stamp. But over time, Ubisoft have turned that game into probably, in my opinion, the best tactical first-person shooter you can actually play at the moment. Not including obviously things like Counter-Strike, because it's not really, like Counter-Strike is in a league of its own in terms of what it is. But anyway, that's how I feel that this game will be. It'll get supported over time. It'll have kind of like the PC kind of focus, where they'll support it over a long period rather than churn out a sequel every 2 years or whatever, which is probably a decent long-term approach when you consider the kind of fans Gran Turismo has. People diehards that have played the game since the beginning. I mean, I know I said I played Forza for 10 years, but Gran Turismo has always been a series close to my heart. I remember watching my dad play the original Gran Turismo 1 and 2, which I thought had funky names when they first came out. Didn't understand why there was the name Gran in a game. It's like, why are you driving your Gran's car or whatever. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the next couple of years playing this game. I was going to do some videos on things like Assetto Corsa. I did a few videos on Assetto Corsa even. You can find them on my channel somewhere in the deep dark depths of YouTube. And I've got Project Cars 2 as well, but I just flat out don't enjoy those games as much as I enjoy this. Like, I could quite happily sit here and stream for you guys for 4 hours, not get bored in the slightest, enjoy what I'm doing. Whereas Project Cars kind of feels like it's a lot of effort to play, and it's in a lot of ways quite broken. And Assetto is one of those games where you have to kind of be in the zone. I feel like I wouldn't be able to give like a fun experience as part of like a stream or a video. For a video as well, like Assetto doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really, unless you're like someone like Jimmy Broadbent who can pump out awesome kind of like on-the-fly content in VR and things like that, then I don't know. Yeah, I suppose I should probably concentrate on actually trying to drive this car. I think strategy-wise for this, best thing to do is not pit, go lean, get as far into the race as we can, and gradually turn the whip up towards the end. I think that's probably going to be our kind of best shot at moving upwards rather than relying on the car's outright pace. I think we should probably play the long game, be consistent, try not to crash, which from my qualifying tonight probably it's going to be a difficult one. I said earlier, I've neglected Suzuka on this game so far, which is absolutely shameful because it's an unbelievable track. Full of history, full of really, really cool corners like this one. Very technical circuit, looks on the face of it relatively simple, but is fiendishly difficult, especially that first sector. First sector really makes or breaks your lap on this circuit. Every corner leads into another. It's like a relentless kind of assault on the sensors, really. Kind of forgot to change gear. So a quick retry, see if we can actually do something half decent. Definitely pull it. The driver rating system and stuff like that is something that was a draw. Like when you saw the game that was being announced and these kind of features appearing, especially with the Group 3 and the Group 4 stuff, I love, you know, driving race cars and things like that. So that was a massive appeal. But yeah, the safety rating is never going to be perfect. You know, even the iRacing system that's been out now for, I mean, how long's iRacing been out? 5-6 years. It still isn't perfect. You can never, there's never like a kind of blameless incident, but it's better than nothing. Like you can see, I mean, you know, you watch any Forza video versus pretty much any GT Sport video, even on YouTube, just a small cross section of videos, and you can see that Forza is an infinitely dirtier game because of the fact that it doesn't have any sort of safety rating or safety system in place. It's like the Wild West, but that's something that, like, Polyphony have been able to take the risk with something like that. I've had the backing of, you know, Sony to do so, whereas I feel like Forza, because it's kind of like a cash cow for Microsoft, it's one of their AAA titles, and one of the few AAA titles that Microsoft actually have left at this point. You know, they would never allow the user base to kind of be put off like that. So, yeah, it definitely appeals to me, definitely 100%. You know, cleaner racing is, yeah, infinitely better for me. I love close, clean racing. You know, I treat people on track how I would expect them to treat you, race them hard but fair. So yeah, I love it. VR in multiplayer will be fantastic. I've not, so I actually have access to a PSVR, but I've never actually tried it on this game. So I need to pop up to my my dad also has a PS4 and Gran Turismo. He's got the VR, so might be worth going up in there and giving it a bash. I don't think you can actually record in VR though, through a PlayStation. So I mean, I don't use the PlayStation to actually record. So if I'm wrong, someone please correct me. If I can do VR content, then I will. Yeah. So I reckon we can get one more lap in before we actually go. Could have got the power a bit earlier there. Other than that, it was a pretty tidy first sector. Probably not the fastest, but everything in order. Oh, I've done the same thing again. Just about managed to save it. Let's stay on the track, please. Or not. just that one wheel dip on the grass. It's such a weird thing to get used to as well. I know it sounds crazy, but you can get away with that kind of stuff on Forza. In fact, in some previous Forza games, grass braking was actually massively beneficial. What's been amazing since coming over to GT Sport as well is actually being able to use a wheel regularly. Like, if you use a wheel on Forza, you get absolutely mullered. The pad is a huge amount faster. So I've gone from using a pad for 10 years to actually being able to use a wheel. This is great because it adds that extra level of immersion. Loving the Logitech wheel as well. I had a G27 before, so I went for the G29 this time. Was kind of tempted by the Thrustmaster wheels, but I don't know. I heard, well, I read some reliability issues with them, so I know Logitech wheels are bulletproof, so I'd like something that's going to last me for a good while. If anyone's got a Thrustmaster wheel and is using it on GT Sport, feel free to let me know how it is. I'm genuinely interested, especially the T300 RS GT, because that's what I was looking at. Definitely interested in the belt-driven wheels and how they feel. Very untidy first sector. Okay, it's race time, so probably not going to be able to keep up with the chat during this. Yeah, that's kind of a frustrating part about the it happens with all consoles. You have like licensing agreements with wheel manufacturers. There's a load of stuff about, I mean, the old Logitech wheels all used to work on the PlayStation 3, and all you need is a drive hub or something like that to kind of fool you know, the PlayStation into knowing that they're there. It's not a difficult thing. It's just pricing people out of enjoying a game, which is frustrating. You know, I definitely have to give VR a go. And it's something that lends itself really well, I think, to racing games in general. As I said, I watch, if you guys watch him as well, Jimmy Broadbent, who does some great VR content. Adds that second level of immersion to the game itself. So I'm not actually going to warm up. I'm just going to admire the car. That is a really nice paint. I will try and talk during the race. I'll try and kind of, you know, let you guys know what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, etc. But if I am concentrating, I'm only a guy, so more than likely the multitasking will not be top notch. We've qualified higher than I expected. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it means we've got a chance. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that paint. Big fan of that paint. They look extremely cool. Unbiased opinion, completely biased opinion. We have got the best looking car on the grid, guys, so we've already won this race. Already won. Doesn't matter what actually happens on track. pretty sure we just knocked that cone out of the way. We do not care. Auto Drive does not care. Merc's probably going for one strategy and one strategy only. Balls deep. There's definitely no room there for you, Mr. Beetle, so keep your nose out, sunshine. Problem with a strategy like this, from fuel saving, is that these guys are all going to be running on full power. You've got to kind of decide which battles it is you want to pick. You've got to look at that guy up first and make sure he doesn't get too far away for your strategy to work. But you've also got to make sure that you don't lose yourself time. I mean, kind of. I'm not really against the three guys ahead of me, or even the guy behind me. My main battle in this first phase of the race is with the clock, to make sure that I'm as efficient as possible, to make sure that my strategy is the strategy that works. So what, running this lean power mode is definitely messing with my braking points a bit now. Right, hopefully now that all those guys are passed, we can start to focus on us a bit. There's a gap opened up behind. I'm just going to keep it nice and clean and tidy. I'm carrying nowhere near as much speed down there. Look how early I was able to brake. Second guess my own strategy a bit here. And they're all 100% going to pit, I feel. We'll drive on 5 for a bit. I think we can try and fight some of these battles. I mean, I don't think we're driving particularly slowly, it's just, I don't know. We'll see what the lap times say. Main issue is the chap in first is already 8 seconds ahead. It very much depends on how long a pit stop takes. Kind of secondary issue you have as well is when you get down to these kind of levels of the field, mid-pack and things like that, accidents are, as a rule, going to be more frequent. Case in point, Solid move from the Finn there. In before he takes out the Porsche. In after. Saw that coming a mile away. Guy's way too aggressive. I'm not even too concerned about him because I feel like he's probably just going to have his own accident in about a lap's time anyway. Maybe 15 seconds behind. Keeping an eye on that gap. Oh, the toe absolutely killed me there. Can't see a thing. Yeah, I feel like a pit stop was definitely the best way around this one. We're committed now though, so we'll see. Through the first sector, the engine mode doesn't have such a massive effect. It's, when you start approaching these straights, even through to the Degnas, it's two trailer park girls. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Seven laps of fuel left. Quite surprised our mate in the MG GTS hasn't binned it or killed anyone else yet. Fair play to him. .21 seconds behind the lead at this point. The problem here is, even if he pits and we come out ahead, we've got to match his pace to the end of the race, and we can't. There's absolutely no way. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's as if he wanted to prove me right. Oh, for God's sake. not through 130R, mate, please. Fair play to him. He's not been an absolute mentalist. Oh, okay, maybe he has. Oh, Jesus. Well then. Goddamn people. Yeah, it's a lesson learned. If you qualify second, just go balls deep and drive your own race. Because if you try and be clever and do like some next level strats, you end up getting sucked into the SR negging midfield. Leaders in the pits, we're going to be absolutely nowhere near them because that spin. Third position's already out ahead of us, so we are completely out of the equation. But with races like this, you've seen what's happened to me. Those guys might get caught up in the shit as well, so... It's not over till it's over. Frustrating really, because we definitely had the pace to win this race in this little plucky RCZ. But we'll see, we'll still try and maximise it from here. I feel like there's still people to potentially pit in front of us maybe. Yeah. Oh, God. I don't know who this guy is behind me. Okay. This is one of those races, isn't it? mate Captain Finland behind us as well, so we are about to die. Oh my god! Oh, I might as well be a psychic. Oh my days. What a race. What a race. We've just been talking, ironically, in the stream about the merits of a safety rating system, etc., and clean racing versus Forza, and then I probably have the dirtiest race I've ever had on Gran Turismo. Problem is, as I'm turning the power up, I'm getting more and more understeer as well because the tyres are wearing. So you can't actually use the optimal pace of the car anyway. The strategy might have worked if you'd have done it in the opposite way. So instead of going to fuel mix 6 straight away, getting yourself a gap in fuel mix 1 for 2 laps, and then gradually cranking it down to try and save fuel. But I still think the one stopper is probably optimal. I mean, I'm 30 seconds behind the guy in first at the moment. Who for sure isn't the pole man. So the race was definitely there for the taking, this one. But at least we know. We can take it into the next one. Oh, he's got a penalty. Not certain. Absolutely no grip left in these tyres whatsoever. The rears are gone, the fronts are gone. It's oversteering into understeer into oversteer. I'll get a random moment of understeer into a corner, and then on the way out it will just oversteer and I won't be able to get on the power. Such an odd even into there, but just got no grip. The grip is gone. I feel like if we can stay close to this guy, we're still 7th off him because he blatantly cut that chicane last lap and he's not slowed down since, unless the game's been extremely generous to him on penalty. no grip. I don't believe he didn't have at least a 10-second penalty for jumping over that chicane. I mean, he gained about 5 seconds from it, clearly. Oh, that was not a good one, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, the next one should be pretty soon, to be fair. It is, it's in 4 minutes. I'll jump straight back into it. We're going to go for a one-stopper this time. It definitely seems to be the optimum strat. It's quite nice to see a couple of Forza drivers on that leaderboard. I know Poton is from Forza. A few races with him over the years. Car with actual tyres that grip feels like a dream all of a sudden. Breaks into there, however. Wow, it's like a dream to drive all of a sudden. Night, Harvey. Thanks for watching, dude. Lap times are extremely close, you know. I mean, from me right the way down to 13th place, it's, well, 14th place even, it's just a second. You got 12 cars separated by 1 second. So fuel map on 1 all the way, pit stop on lap 5 or 6, depending on how the race is going. If I'm stuck behind someone, it'll be 5. If I'm leading, it will be 6. Looking forward to this one. Let's see if we can bounce back with a win. At least a podium. Got a lot of quick cars around us. I think we've got 2 Porsches behind us, so it's always going to be a tough one. Seems like first gets a really terrible run off the line. Let's go defensive straight away. We need to find a way to equalise those rolling starts for sure. That was terrible. We all just... Okay. We all just got drastically different kind of speeds off the start. I caught first, third caught both of us by a huge amount. Oh my god. Not a good start. Just gonna head back in the game. What is going on? of a nudge there. Tried very hard to avoid him. But it's worked out okay for him, so I don't feel so bad. Terrible, terrible, terrible first lap for us. Oh, come on, man. I'm not driving well tonight at all. Sorry, guys. So many mistakes. Closing distances seem to be catching everybody out until last chicane. Apologies for lack of talking, guys. Maximum concentration mode is in effect. I feel like I kind of owe you guys some half decent driving, seeing as I'm putting like absolute shit all the way. slowly catching this group ahead. Just want to make sure I don't underfill. Twice. Just clunked the curb and it just puts me out wide. That's the podium dream over for us. Robust that, but I need to be past him. Can't afford him to hold me up. No. Just so many mistakes tonight. Don't believe it. dude. I know the outside there is risky, but there was more than enough room for both of us. I made sure I went plenty deep, and he just clattered into me anyway. With no spatial awareness as well. Oh my word. Again, not the race we wanted. I don't think I was in a game with Viper concept, no. We have not had good races tonight. I think what I'm going to do, guys, I think one of my sons has just woken up, so I'm going to cut the stream short there tonight. I would have probably had another race, but obviously being a good dad is better than being a good streamer. I will stream again in the future. Probably more than likely it will be a video, not tomorrow, because obviously it's New Year's Eve. Well, it depends actually. I finish work at 4:45, so I might have time to get a short daily race video out or something. May do a Group 3 Suzuka race off stream and try and get that uploaded for you. But yeah, thanks ever so much everyone for watching. Nice to see some new faces in the chat, and thank you everyone for helping me get to 1,000 subs. It's been absolutely insane. So hopefully many more in the future. Have a safe and jolly new year, and I will see you all on the other side.